Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Hey guys, so this is Mortal Kombat Onslaught. This is actually an RPG. It's got a little idle feature here where you can just click this. It'll collect stuff over time. So there, it is an idle game technically, but I think this is in most mobile games now that are RPGs. They boasted a lot about the story being like a unique story specifically to this game. I mean, so far I'm on the Scorpion chapter. I've been at work all day, so I haven't gotten any farther than this. But it's very Mortal Kombat-ish, where you have a very specific character that you're focusing on through that. They have to be in the team the whole time until probably we go to these other chapters here. I would say it's pretty heavily inspired by other stories so far. You know, Quan Chi is going to screw over Scorpion, whatnot. But so far it's cool. The stories are told through a few different ways. There are like these highly animated and well done cutscenes. I'll show you some footage here. Lots of cool fighting. The choreography is great. Really entertaining. Worth playing just for that, even if you really like Mortal Kombat. But then there are these type of scenes where they're kind of standing around. They're using the in-game graphics, which look fine, especially for mobile. And, you know, it's better than the Mortal Kombat 1 Switch port. But it's a lot of static shots. They do different shots. It's not voice acted, so that's unfortunate. Some of the animation's a little stiff sometimes. I mean, look at Johnny Cage here. I don't know what's going on with his mouth, but it's not right. But a lot of static shots, not like... But they do try to mix it up. So this is... I would say this is like above average for a mobile game, this here. So I don't expect every scene to be voice acted, but that would have been cool. So another thing I forgot to mention is in the story, it's kind of weird how it's told in the way that the characters will just kind of be standing there. You'll see footage here, and then conflict will happen. They'll do a fight, and then the next cutscene, they're basically standing in the exact same spot, almost as if nothing happened, really. Sometimes, and they acknowledge the fight, but they're still just kind of standing in the same spot. Here's an example. I'll be showing you some footage here, and if you weren't reading the words, you would almost assume that this is all the exact same cutscene, but it's from like 3 different, maybe even 4 different cutscenes. There may have been like 3 battles in between this, and they're still in the exact same spot. It's just really odd. I thought that was a little weird. Then there are these here. This is pretty lazy. This just like a screen with a little scroll that's just kind of telling you what happened. A lot of games do this. Even like Nikke does that. I just find that kind of like you could have, you know, done something like this here on the screen. So this is another cool thing. So you could have done like shots like this to where it's really still nice art, but you know, it wouldn't have broken the bank, I don't think, to do something like this level. What's kind of cool as you complete the story of like these chapters, you can see here this is only a partial picture, but as it goes along, it'll be more and more painted in, and then when you complete it, it's colored. So you can see some of these here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like that a lot, but you could have done something like this to... instead of the really boring text. But it gets the job done. At least you kind of know what's going on. But those are kind of the major ways they tell you the story. So, getting into the combat here, I'm just getting to the part where it's getting a little bit more difficult. I may have to level up my characters and whatnot. So here's another screen of just them telling me what's going on. And what's nice that you can always go back and watch this cutscenes again or read those again. You just go back and do that. So one thing that's different about this game that I find odd, not necessarily bad, but odd, to 3-star the missions in this game, you don't have to beat it in a certain time. You have to have certain people in your group. So I have to win the battle, first off. That's obvious. But I have to win using a mind and a body character. So as you can see this healer chick here, She is with the little body icon on the bottom left, and then the mind character, mind would be this guy over here. See the little head on the bottom left? So I need to win with one of each of those on there. And here's your little wheel for who beats who, what gets what. You know, it's cool. It's pretty standard, but that's a little different as far as 3-starring things. That's how you do it. And 3-starring is going to be important because I believe that is how you're going to unlock the next chapter. So it's, I think, the game's way of making you be diverse with your teams, which isn't always the worst thing, but it seems kind of like a, I don't know, lack for a better word, artificial way to do that by just forcing you to use certain things. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. So this is going to be my team. I can have 4 people selected. I have to have Scorpion on there, but he's one of my strongest guys, so why wouldn't I? You can see up ahead what other waves they're going to be, so you can plan accordingly, like how you might want to set up your team. I'll use this. This is also how you're going to level up your characters. You just like tap and hold on to this. I got Noob Saibot. I thought that everybody got this guy, but I'm not so sure anymore because I just happened to be fighting him in the story when I got him. But he seems pretty good. He's like a healer buffer at the same time. Not bad. This is how you level the character. Pretty easy. Then you can check their abilities and their gear. Obviously still pretty new, but you know, I'm getting more into it here. But so far so good. Here is the combat. Takes a second to load. Load times aren't too bad. My phone's probably a lot older than some of your guys's, so I have it on auto, so I can turn it off auto here, and I have it on ×2 speed. So this is normal speed. Pretty manageable. They'll do auto attacks. They have like 2 normally passive abilities that they will do, and then they have, you know, stuff that you can aim or whatnot. Some characters have abilities that you can aim whenever these goes off, or they just shoot. Scorpion does the get over here thing. So this is ×2 speed. This is what you're going to be playing at most of the time. So I'm just doing auto at the moment. So far I'm doing okay. Some of my characters are kind of weak. I need to get more. That's sick that he pulled him from off screen. That always cracks me up when it happens. When it's on auto, he'll just pull whoever's farthest away. So as soon as you go into the next wave, oftentimes he'll just pull the farthest person away and they're totally not even on the screen. So that's pretty cool. Little advantage I couldn't do normally. So yeah, this is pretty much it. I think a lot of you can aim some of these abilities, right? So I'm just letting it do it by itself. So there is some skills here and there to be had, but it's going to be mostly based off of your team building, you know, and completing the objectives with the arbitrary needing certain affinities. But so far the story's fine. I don't think it's anything. It's very Mortal Kombat level of storytelling. It's not like mind-blowing, but it's serviceable. But I am pretty early on, so there's going to be more to it. So we beat that. Of course, all the C's are gone in this game. That's good. You know, people would rage if that was the case. I'm just kidding. So we will go back. See, and then more of the picture is painted in. I think that's kind of cool. I'm a simple man. I think I like that type of stuff. Little details they didn't have to do. So here's the main screen. Here are the quests. You just claim stuff like that, easy peasy. And I leveled up. So that's good. I need one more level because then I can unlock the boss challenge. So I unlocked this boss challenge mode. So there's going to be different bosses that show up on certain times of the day. As you see, Liu Kang's going to come be available in about 13 hours or so. Yeah, so the boss challenge mode is just more ways to get, you know, gear. So Goro, you're going to be able to get gear with that, like little armbands here. Necklaces. So definitely something you're going to want to do. She gets you these books. That's nice for leveling up your skills. So just another way to get, you know, resources to power up your dudes, of course. So it'll be cool to see what other bosses come in and what they provide. There's the arena. It's pretty straightforward. You just fight another person's team. I thought it was pretty cool. For the sake of time, I'm not going to go into this right now. Maybe I have some footage of it or something, but it was cool. This is what made me think that getting Noob Saibot was not like everybody gets that, because nobody else is using him, or very few others. So that makes me think that he's not just the generic that everybody gets. Story mode, there's the chasm, kind of like tower mode, but you're going down instead. Haven't got all the way through that yet, but you can see some of the rewards that you get here. That'll be cool. So I think you can auto win the highest one you've done so far over and over again. So if you're kind of stuck, you don't have to try to do that over and over. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Here are the summons. Well, I guess I could show you the thumbnails of the characters that you can get here. So there's some remnant versions, different versions of some of the same characters. But so far so good. Mostly from 11, which is not my favorite Mortal Kombat, like, design-wise, but it's fine. There's some cool ones in there. And as far as what they look like and summoning, I wanted to do a summoning video, but there are different currencies, as you can see here, and that I don't have enough to do. Like, I could do this here, but that's for 100, and this apprentice summon is a mix of fighters and relics. So relics are going to be like another item that just buffs your characters, but I think this is also how you're going to do their fatalities, I believe, from what I understand. I still have a little bit more to learn about this, but so I don't want to spend this currency on this, right? I'd rather just buy a fighter. That, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. It is a lot more. Maybe I'll do it just for the video, just so you guys can see the summons. Actually, I'm gonna do some summons. I don't know what's actually the smartest thing to do. I would assume it'd be like do this for the fighters here, although it's a little bit more expensive, but at least it's 100% chance to get a fighter, because if you come in here, it's like a little over 50% chance to get a fighter, and then, you know, relics. But I think you do need relics, though. So, I think it's important. So I will go ahead and do this for science here. Now, I don't know what the best thing to do is for this, like, premium currency here, basically, because you can turn this, like, these red gems, crystals, into these other currencies. So I would assume, from what it looks like, that it would be smart to turn your red crystals into, like, this currency here for the featured fighter, because that's the only one I'm looking at here that looks like it has a pity. So you get him after 80 summons. The other ones don't seem to have a pity system that I can, at least that I can see, that's obvious. So it seems like red crystals probably convert into this, depending on how much it takes. 100 is for 10 of those. Woof! Dude, that's a lot. I don't know. That seems like a lot. You get 1,000 of these crystals. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it won't be that long. But I'm gonna do this here, just for science. The characters seem fine that you can get from here. You can get some 5 stars, some 4 stars. Here they are. And you know, I do need some relics. I only got like 1, I think. So it'll be kind of fun to see how that goes. I've only done the single summon, so I want to do a 10 summon here. So let's do this. Doop. Oh, that doesn't look good. Looks like probably nothing but 3 stars, because it's white, if I had to assume. Oh, cool. Got some characters, at least, that I recognize. Maybe I can replace some of my, like, really generic dudes with some people I know. I got Sub-Zero, Katana. Cool. And we got some equipment here that I can equip my guys with. So that'll be cool to see. You can see, click details, and you can actually take a look at the abilities here. You can see what the character looks like in detail. That's kind of cool. So I was really excited for this, and I still am. I'm happy with it. This is what I expected. Because the previous Mortal Kombat games and the Injustice games those are like, I think, still supported even today. Even like the first Mortal Kombat or Injustice, I think it's still updated. Like even after their second game came out, they still released new stuff for it. I think that's cool that they are still. Unless I'm wrong and I sound really stupid, but like I believe even a couple years ago I checked on some of their late or earlier games and they're still being supported. So I think that's cool. It's so often that games or companies will just drop their games, and that's very sad. Like just recently, the Marvel game from Netmarble, they shut that down. The MMO, that was such a fun game. I was so sad, but these guys normally stick with it, so we'll see if that's the case here. I'm excited to see what they add that's new to the game. So I'll be covering that in the future because I'm enjoying this so far. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know what you think of the game below. Who did you get? Did everybody get Cybot? I want to hear who you got or how your summons are going. What do you think of the game? I cover a lot of mobile games, especially if they're doing collabs. I love covering collab stuff. Also, I do play a lot of fighting games, from the usual suspects to the more obscure. And I play games here with my wife. A lot of local co-op games, but we do some versus games. We're going to do more of that in the future as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you, and you have a blessed day, y'all.